I'm going to do a swipe today on a piece of plywood. This is a 12 by 24 1/4-inch plywood. I get these on Amazon. I don't have the ability or the time to cut my own boards, so they have them on Amazon. They're on my Amazon list. I primed this with just some household paint primer. You want to make sure you seal if you're painting on wood, you make sure you seal it so it doesn't warp. So today I'm going to do a swipe, and I'm going to use this straight edge as my swiping tool. You know, normally I use the offset spatula or recently paper towel, but I'm going to use this 24-inch straight edge paint shield, they call it. I have this on my Amazon list as well if you want to give it a try, and I'll show you my slightly variation of a technique to use this as the swipe tool. So here I go with some colors. I've already got my colors picked out. I'm going with some warm colors, brownish. Some days I don't have to have bright colors all the time, so these are going to be kind of neutral, and it's really pretty. Every time I do this, I just love the colors. I've gotten away from just pouring swipe colors in straight lines. Lately I've been zigzagging around a little more, so it's not so stripy looking when it swipes. I like random looks. If you've seen my videos, you know I'm more random in things that aren't perfect. Don't like symmetry. All right, let me see. This primer color will be covered up when I'm done, so it doesn't matter much. All right, what do I need? This is very random. Let me see. This is Sparkly Cloud. It's a very neutral looking thing, but it does some cool things in a swipe. It's just got a nice soft touch. And every time I use black as the swipe color, I just love it. So today the swipe color is going to be black. I'm going to put it up here at the top. There's plenty there to make sure it goes all the way or almost all the way. I've got quite a distance here at 24 inches. We'll see if it makes it all the way. I could add as a little insurance to make sure I have black all the way is just a touch down here. All right, now with this straight edge, instead of holding it like this and swiping, it's pretty easy to dig in too hard or not hard enough. I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm going to take my middle finger on both sides and touch the edge of my board here, and it'll help steady the swipe and keep the distance, keep me from digging down too far or not far enough. And the other reason to use a board is because they don't sag. So when you're swiping with a larger size, the canvas tends to sag in the middle, and then it would be missing. This hard edge would not be making contact if I was using a canvas on a larger size. So I'm just taking my time. I'm keeping contact with my middle fingers on the sides of the board, which means we could call it a middle finger swipe if we wanted to. See the magic happening with the cells coming up. Yeah, it looks like my black was running out, so I'm picking up a little more black now where I added it here down in the lower part. Look at how cool this is. Interesting. And the other thing you want to remember if you're using this 24-inch straight edge, you want to make sure your bottles and cups are out of the way before you start, because it takes up more room than you think, and you forget and you run into a bottle. Okay, so I have reached the end. You can see some imperfections down here, a little miss here. What I'm going to do is take my little offset spatula and obliterate that so it goes over the edge, because that doesn't really impress me to have a bare spot. I also have a part down here. I don't know what happened here, if the plywood's not totally level, but I can fix that. Sort of blend that in. Gives a different look here where I've blended this in, a little lines coming up. I have a tendency to want to mess with stuff when there's too much solid areas, but I think there's so much going on here with cells that I'm going to leave that and let it do its thing. There'll probably be some more cells come up. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to let it stay put. It's a nice contrast to the busyness that's down here. So there's my swipe. I like this tool. I'm going to be using that more, especially on larger pieces. Check out my Amazon supply list and get yourself one of these straight edges. And I will list the colors I'm using in my description below. I'm using my own Happy Medium paint ready to pour. Give it a try. It's going to be listed, every color I use, so if you want to make the same exact thing, will be listed below. And it's happymedium.fun. So check it out. Have a nice day swiping. We'll see you next time.